Hey there, guys. So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say for this intro. I just hope that I hope you enjoy today's episode. And yeah, as I keep mentioning, we're getting close to episode 100, and I've got something really interesting and hopefully really cool planned. So look forward to that in like a few weeks' time. But now let's dive into today's episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of At the Movies with William Fletcher. As per usual, I am your host, William Fletcher, and this week I am joined by the wonderful Jay Vanderark.
I am wonderful.
Yeah. And this week we will be talking about The Nightmare Before Christmas. For a couple reasons. First of all, Jay asked to cover this film for the show. So
Did I?
Yeah, pretty sure you did.
Oh, alright. Well, because I've never seen it before, so I watched it for the first time.
You've never seen it before. And
Just
also,
before.
yeah, and also this episode is tying into the release of the director Henry Selick's new film, Wendell Wild, which releases on Netflix this week. So that's why that's also just a nice another reason to tie this episode into that. So you've never seen this film before?
No.
Did you know like anything about this film before you started watching it?
I've seen the opening song once, and that's all I've seen from it before.
Right. How did you see
This is Halloween. I see that.
Have you how have you seen was it just like on where did you see it?
I don't fucking know.
You just have a memory of seeing it. You just have no memory of where you saw
Maybe I
it.
heard it was a good song. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, I had no clue where the fucking plot was going to lead.
Okay.
I didn't know at some point there'd be fucking anti-air guns trying to shoot down fucking massive flak guns. Doof. Pretty sick.
So, did you like the film?
Yeah, really good. Well, you can see my Letterboxd review.
I have not seen it yet.
Well, I didn't actually review it. I just put a rating.
You just put a rating on it, right? I have not.
Don't you save the ratings for the end? Isn't the whole point of the show?
Yeah, no, I won't look at it now.
Didn't you yell at me last time for saying my rating too early?
I don't know if I yelled at you. I probably told you off for giving away your rating too early.
Well, yeah, but I really enjoyed the movie. It was a good movie.
Mm.
Really good music as well.
Yeah. I mean, just straight up, this is one of my all-time favorite films. Possibly my favorite animated film ever. It just I guess we can go through the plot and sort of go through the film in chronological order.
Did you watch it on Disney Plus?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Did you notice random quality drops a few places during the film?
No.
It got way there's one or two scenes where it changed to a different scene and it was way more quickly and noisy. And I'm guessing because it was originally shot on film.
Mm.
And when they're putting it together, some of the film things weren't that good.
Now that I've rewatched it, it might be in my top 20 of all time. It's really good. I really like this film. I'm gonna just be very positive about this film throughout this entire episode. Yeah, I think I know. Well, because that's interesting though that you liked it. Because I know someone who they've seen it and they don't think it's that amazing, and they wonder if it's because they didn't see it as a kid, and it's one of those films you need to see as a kid to enjoy, as a nostalgia thing.
But that's very not true because this is the first time I've ever seen it.
Yeah, well, I guess you are contrary to that opinion because you liked the film.
Yeah,
and
it's a good movie.
Yeah, no, it is. It's really good. Yes. So yeah, the film's that we open, and it opens straight up front with a musical number, which is cool because musical numbers are really cool, and musicals in general are really epic, and I really enjoy musicals are really great. They're a really great. I just have an appreciation for musicals because making a musical requires more talent than I possess. like just straight up. So what did you think of? I take it you didn't mind the animation then, the stop motion.
Stop motion, yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm. Yeah, well, I know that, like, I rewatched this film for the first time a couple years ago, and I gave the rating I gave it. I basically didn't give it, like, as great a rating because I was like, the animation's a bit, like, choppy, but I rewatched it, like, the year after, and I was like, no, this film, that's, like, barely anything. I think the animation holds up really well, and stop motion is a fucking bitch to try and animate. Like, it's so time consuming in a way that, I mean, animation's always difficult to it takes forever to make an animated film, but stop motion is just so monotonous and so just it takes forever. Like one scene could take you like 3 months. Like, it's not. I've have you done anything with stop motion before? I presume not.
Yeah. I mean, in primary school, we had like an assignment to do like a animation thing with Lego.
So, yeah, we open with "This is Halloween, this is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween," and I think that's a really great way to introduce the film. Because it's just it's really good. It's a really good song. The music in this film it's really good. This might be my favorite musical ever. Like, it's pretty hard to top, honestly.
I've watched Hamilton, so you know.
Shut up. You're fucking Hamilton. Shit. That's why you're
and
going.
Also Les Mis.
But anyway, yeah, we open with this is Halloween, and one thing I actually want to say, just sort of a general thing about the film, is how, like, the film's like 100 and, like, it's not that long. It's like an hour, 18 minutes or something. Like, it's really...
It's an hour 19. Get your fucking facts correct. Holy shit.
It's not... It's actually like an hour, 18 minutes, 58 seconds. So it's just under an hour, 19 minutes, but...
You can suck my balls and penis.
Jesus, you're really into that. A thing I really like about the film is how fast it moves. Like, there isn't like a dull moment. Everything just keeps going and going, and things just shit just keeps happening because it's fucking... Just everything's just going off at once. The thing that, like, I noticed about the film is that, like, because I was watching it... for the purposes... I was rewatching it for the purposes of this podcast, and I just was like... I checked the time to see how far into it I was, and I was like 50 minutes in. I was like, holy shit. Like, it just keeps happening. Like, the film just keeps moving, and I appreciate that. Because some films are fucking long and take forever to get to the point, and I hate it, and it sucks, and it's a pain in the ass.
I agree. It did go pretty quick, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, because if you're having to hand animate and move every single thing, you don't really want to waste time on empty space, do you?
Yeah, because it would just be like, why am I even doing this then?
Yeah,
like,
so you'd make every single, like, second count.
Yeah, and every scene is important to the plot.
Yeah. And also, every action has to be, like, specifically made to be that exact way, and there's intention behind every action.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the film really doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't waste anything. Because animation is, like... It's typically, like, for stop motion, it's, like, I think it's 24 frames a second. So, 1 second of animation, you have to move things 24 times for 1 second. Like, and that just seems so laborious and just, like... I couldn't do stop motion animation like professionally because I would just lose my mind because I'd just be so like tired. Like, I did earlier, like not even earlier this year, I did like a full at my university because I did animation, but it was all like on a computer, right? But we had to draw stuff on a computer, which sucks. and like is the worst thing in the world. Like drawing is crap, and I imagine that like stop motion animation is sort of similar in terms of just the pain that it causes and the just nature of like tiredness that it would create for you, you know?
Yeah. As an expert in the field, as you can clearly see, I agree. It is fucking a lot of work.
But like I respect people who do stop motion animation and just animation in general because it's so just like but yeah, so yeah, we open with This Is Halloween, and then yeah, we're introduced to all the characters, and like just all the songs in this film slap. Like they're all bangers. Like they're all this is an excellent soundtrack.
Yeah.
Is there a song that you liked in particular? Like, do you have like a song, a favorite song?
Main Halloween one and
This
the
Is
Christmas one.
What, when he goes to Christmas Town, he's saying, "What's this?
Yeah.
Was this the like that one?" And then the main, "This Is Halloween." I mean, they're pretty good. They're probably, I don't know. I really like Poor Jack though. I think Poor Jack is a really great song as well. Actually,
What's that one?
it's the one after he's been shot and he's like in the grave. He's in like the graveyard, and he's like, and Zero gives him his jaw back, and he's like, "What have I done? What have I done?"
So some would say the Who Am I of fucking Nightmare Before Christmas.
Sorry?
That's a lame Miz reference. Fuck you.
Oh. Well, I have no memory of Les Mis.
Gamers would get it. Gamers in chat. Hashtag Who Am I?
I mean, I personally, like, I would personally say that, like, this Nightmare Before Christmas might be the best film, like, soundtrack for, like, in terms of songs. Not necessarily in terms of score and piece and, like, sort of non-singing pieces of music, but in terms of just, like, songs. It's certainly maybe the best thing Disney's ever made. Like, everybody loves Lion King, but, like, Nightmare Before Christmas is just better. But, like...
Yeah, I can't really think of a better... I wouldn't say it's the best thing on Disney Plus.
Would you say that's, what, Hamilton?
Yeah.
Or Encanto?
Oh yeah, I forgot Encanto exists. Oh yeah, Encanto's got better music. Never mind. Fuck Nightmare Before Christmas. Encanto's better.
No, it's not. Encanto's great. Yeah. I love it, but like Nightmare Before Christmas is just so much better. Another thing I really love is the designs of just sort of the world that the film creates and the different landscapes and the characters too. The characters are really interesting. And I think Jack is a pretty compelling protagonist, if you ask me.
I mean, I get it. We've seen a lot though. Like the guy gets bored of whatever he does and then tries to do something else, but then realizes that the thing he did at the beginning was fulfilling enough.
Yeah, I think that's the that's sort of my thing. Yeah, like you see it before. I've seen it before. I've seen kinds of things before, but it's also kind of like just because I've seen it before doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing or like suddenly mean the film is less good because of it. I'm fine with that kind of story, especially for like a kids film, because I'm not necessarily against like not every film needs to be doing something new, you know? Like I don't need it to be...
The film is so fucking horrific. I don't know how it's a kids film. Like some of the character designs and shit. Like...
Oh yeah, no, I was...
When Oogie Boogie gets like unzipped... Oh, spoiler alert for a movie that this is a review about. When Oogie Boogie gets fucking ripped apart and like all the bugs fall out and like burn in the vat of fucking lava, and that's so horrific. And they're screaming, and then Santa fucking squishes the last one.
Yeah, like this film genuinely... I think I would have been... Because I would have seen this film probably when I was like 5-6 years old maybe, like, and I was scared as fuck. Like, there's so many animated films, like films I saw as a kid that I was like, I was fucking terrified. I just found, I mean, Oogie Boogie, I was like, oh no, I was like actually scared by him. But like, this film is fucking terrifying. Like when Jack, he's like talking to those three kids and he just grabs the door and he's like, ah, and he fucking yells at them. It's like, that shit's fucking scary. Like, if I showed this to like a 5-year-old, they'd be fucking shitting themselves. Like, this is not, it's so bizarre that it's like, that it is, because it is a kid's film, but it is like so much darker than kids' films typically are. Certainly kids' films now, like, I don't think you can make this kind of film now. I don't think it would fly. No. Which I feel like is an indictment on society. That this...
It's Tim Burton. Of course it's fucking horrific.
Yeah, like Tim Burton is... I mean, you know, was like a visionary filmmaker at one point. Like, he was considered a great auteur, and now everyone's just like, Tim Burton, what happened to you? You used to make good things, like... And the thing is, though, that, like, Tim Burton didn't even direct this film, though. Like, that's the thing, is he didn't direct Nightmare Before Christmas, which I always thought he did, because it's always sold as Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, and that's probably just so that they can sell it. Another thing that I like about the film is, it's weird to say this for an animated film, but the direction is really great. Like, because, you know, it's an animated film, but like, with stop motion, you are working with physical, tangible things that, like, and you can really, you know, you're sort of limited in a way, I would say, with stop motion, because, like, you know, you can be creative with it, but you also need to sort of work within a sort of a realm of, like, physically what can you do with these things, whereas with computer and hand-drawn, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But stop motion you can't, because it's like it's physical things you're working with.
It really keeps you grounded.
Yeah, and I think because like this film, like as I mentioned before, brilliant designs. Like I think it looks excellent. It just looks unbelievable, and the design, like some of the designs though, like there's that fucking like what is he? He's that like liquid guy. He's like the brown liquid guy that like he's like the sticky guy.
Oh, the guy with the gooey head, yeah.
Yeah.
The poo monster, yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got, like, the wolf, like the werewolf, and you've got the clown with the tearaway face, and you've got the...
Oh, I fucking hate that clown.
Clowns are bizarre to me, because they're either... Because, like, they're not... I've never found a clown funny. Have you ever found a clown funny?
No, I haven't fucking found a clown funny. Fucking... No. Clowns are terrible.
Yeah, that like clowns are typically pretty scary, and a clown that can take its face off, Jesus. I don't know what that. There's another one where it's like its head is like disconnected from its jaw, like it's the one that's trying to make the hat, like the. You know what I'm talking?
Oh, yeah. He was making the rat hat.
The rat hat, yeah. Like how do you come up with something like that? That's fucking...
Yeah, you have to be fucking deranged.
Because Tim Burton had a massive hand in this film. Because it's based off his original... He wrote a poem, and the film is based off that. And it's just interesting how films like films can just be based off something as innocuous and simple as a poem. I really like this film. This film's really good. And just like... I really like how the sort of difference between the two worlds that we see, you know, Halloween Town and Christmas Town, and how Halloween is very dark and depressing, and then Christmas Town is just bright. It looks great, you know. But yeah, like this film, I really think that I like in terms of animation, I think the stuff that I'm most impressed by is the stuff where they've got like things flowing in the wind. Like when, towards the end of the film, when Jack's been shot and his Santa costume's in tatters, there's just like the bits that are sort of like swaying in the wind.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta think about it, they have to do that fucking by hand.
I know. It's so, like, just painful and, like, just... Yeah. It really shows, like, the thing about stop motion is just like the dedication it requires from you to do. Like you can't you can't half-ass it because it'll all look like shit, if you don't do it properly. But it just like it's really like good. I really enjoy the film, but and so yeah,
We should probably go. Oh yeah, you're going. Okay.
Go through the plot. So yeah, Jack is very much depressed about the whole thing, and it's just like, it's the same old thing every year, which is fair enough. Honestly, I think Halloween is. I mean, I don't get the point of Halloween in general, but it's because I live in a country where Halloween means fuck all, basically. Like, I imagine
Halloween is almost I wouldn't say non-existent, but like it's very not.
I mean, we sell like at stores. We sell Halloween decorations the same time we sell Christmas decorations too, like, which feels just dumb. Like, I don't see a point in having Christmas and Halloween stuff up at the same time. Like, it's just annoying to me. But yes, Jack, he's just very discontent with it all, which makes sense. I think I'd probably get bored of the same thing after a while. And then he goes to Christmas Town, which is like
he's walking. He's walking through the woods, all sad and shit, and then he stumbles across the doors, which I don't like. Wasn't he inside the Halloween door? So how did he find the doors?
Yeah, well, there's no real explanation of how people get back. Well, wait, no. At the end of the film, when he's in Christmas Town, he goes underground, and then he comes out the other side in Halloween Town. So I imagine that's how he got out the other time.
So do the doors just teleport you? They don't take you to a place, like...
Yeah.
It's all in the same world? Because at the very start of the movie, when the camera flies through the Halloween door and ends up in Halloween Town, then how do you get to that door from inside the door?
Yeah, well, I imagine, because the way the opening is sort of framed, is there just like a world where there isn't like a specific holiday? Because like we see all the doors, there's Christmas Town and Halloween Town and Thanksgiving Town and St. Patrick's Day Town and Easter Town and all that. So it's kind of interesting how like, so I imagine, so the doors don't really serve that much of a purpose if there's other ways to get to there then. Like,
well, they're just like a teleport. I think they just get you there faster, and
it sort of teleports you in the town. Because I guess the thing about like Christmas Town is he leaves it in a graveyard and he comes out at another graveyard. So I guess there's like other, like, it connects to other graveyards or something. Whereas like the doors teleport you directly to where you're meant to go, like in the main part of the town, I guess.
Yeah, because when he goes to Christmas, he's like right next to the town.
Yeah, like he's like right on the edge, like he can see the full town, and then he rolls into the snow. I love how he grabs snow, and the first thing he does with it is eats it.
Eat it.
He just takes a bite, like this strange substance that he's got no idea what it is. He's just like nom.
So why the fuck's everyone afraid he's gonna die?
What, like at the beginning or like at the end?
Like, I think he's been shot down and he's dead, but there's like ghosts and there's like hung people, so how the fuck's that work?
Yeah, that's an interesting point, actually. Because, like, we see, he's like quite high up in the air when he gets shot down. Like, he gets shot and he falls like from a great, like, he's above the clouds. Like, he's that high up. And then he gets up, and then he just gets, then Zero just gives him his jaw back, and he just gets up like it was nothing. Like,
yeah, so why was everyone afraid he's gonna fucking die?
Yeah, that's a fair point. That doesn't really hold much water, and is a bit bizarre. Well, because it's interesting how like different people, because like as we see from Oogie Boogie, he just gets burnt to death. Like he gets fucking, he just, I guess it depends. I guess it's sort of like a case by case basis. I guess like.
Also, that's another thing about the fucking kids movie thing where there's literally hung people on a tree.
Yeah, singing people who have been hung, like they're quite. They don't seem too distressed about being hung. They're quite happy actually. They're singing songs like nothing's wrong. Like, yeah, again, like this film really it pushes the boundaries, I feel like, of what you can do with a kids film and with kids. But like, to be fair, if you look at sort of certain kids films nowadays, like holy fuck, like Pixar films, for example, are really dark and quite depressing at times. Like, it's insane. Like Coco is literally just about death. I think, and I'm not against kids films showing dark things in them and quite disturbing things, because like kids films, like animation as a medium, because it's not a genre. I really get annoyed when people say animation as a genre.
You've stolen it off someone, but I forget who.
Brad Bird.
No, someone else. Oh no, someone probably brought it up in a thing. I don't remember who then.
I mean, I'm not really stealing someone else's facts. Like people know. Well, because people don't know that animation is a medium. They think it's a genre, and they're wrong because it's obviously a fucking medium.
Right, so maybe it is that thing, but I swear someone put that in a video.
Yeah. Well, that seems likely because I got like a board game, a film board game, and it's like you have to get all these genres, so there's like action and comedy and romance, and then animation, and I'm like, it's literally not. It's not a fucking genre. It is a medium, and I found it really frustrating because, and I think people look down on animation because they're just kids films, which is super insulting and really annoying. To me, as someone who appreciates and loves animation as a medium, like just seeing people be like, "Oh, it's just for kids. It's not that important." It's like, yeah, but kids films are pretty important too. Like, I like how the whole just so quickly Jack becomes enamored with Christmas and just wants to do Christmas things. Like he's just. But I guess it really illustrates the point that he's so dissatisfied with Halloween and his current place that something radically different, makes him interested. And I think is really an interesting way of, portraying things. And I think it's a really interesting thing, sort of subject matter that it's dealing with.
I think he doesn't like fully get it though. He's like, yeah, well, I guess it's the whole plot, but still.
What, that Jack doesn't get Christmas?
Yeah, I guess in a lesser film he'll like actually understand.
Yeah, I think
more about it.
Yeah, I think that is a strength of the film, that Jack, he's trying to do a good deed, but like nothing. But he doesn't truly get, like he's and I really enjoyed the scene and the song where he's trying to figure out Christmas, like he's trying to figure out the formula for creating Christmas.
He's up in his fucking lab.
Like he's trying to do he's trying to cut out like a snowflake in some paper, and he creates a spider in a web.
That's fucking, and he's so fucking shocked.
I love how it's he's so expressive. He looks at it, he looks away, closes his eyes, he's like, huh? And he's like right up next to it. I really appreciate it. I think it I'm a big fan of really expressive animation, and this film really illustrates it. Like it really goes to it really uses animation to its full potential. And then he does the thing where he's like, oh, I really like how he he starts handing out tasks for people, and he gives like the musicians like a he wants them to play Jingle Bells, and they try playing it on their instruments, and it sounds like awful. Like it sounds not good. Yeah, and I think I mean, I also really like Sally in this. I think she's a really interesting character. She keeps poisoning her owner though. Like
calling him her owner's kind of fucked up, man.
Yeah, he's
a creator.
A creator, yeah. Well, he gives away half his brain, like, to another. Like he just pulls out half of his brain and just puts it in another body, and it's like, there you go. I only need half a brain. Like, that's a good idea. Well,
I don't know. The animation, I don't know. You've touched on basically everything. It's like it's got really good animation. It's got really good music. It's it's got a good story.
Yeah, I think the story it's very it's simple, but it also is. Well, it's not just like it delves into sort of something deeper. I feel like with Jack and his like story and what he's doing. Like I feel like this film has got so much more depth in it than one would expect from an app. Like, did you expect this film to have like the depth that it has?
I thought the whole movie, because all I'd seen of the movie was just Halloween Town.
Yeah, the opening song.
Yeah, and like any images I ever saw was just of Halloween Town. So I had no fucking clue that it was gonna go where it did.
Yeah, I think that like I think like I'm someone who really, there's certain things in films that I like respond to like really well, and like seeing a character like Jack who sort of got this disconnect from everything, like something like that kind of like characters like that I really connect with. And I don't know, it feels like there's a sort of, I guess, like a certain relatability which might be a bit concerning, but like he's a character who like he's a very like, you can understand where he's coming from as a character.
Yeah, he discovered a new thing and he's really excited about it, but he doesn't quite get it yet.
Yeah. I think like I like this film really, it does a lot with a short, like it like as you were saying before, like there's no wasted second, like everything just is, it's just like firing on all cylinders and everything's just happening, you know. I think I also really enjoy Oogie Boogie and his song.
It's weird. He's like, I don't know. It feels kind of anti-gambling for him to be just like the evil gambling guy.
Well, yeah, and he's just like, I like how he's like, oh, I'm a gambling man, but I like cheat to win or whatever. Like he's very open about how like it's not fair, and I kind of respect that. How he's just like, it's not gonna be fair for you, so just deal with it, basically. I like how sort of unabashedly evil he is. Like he doesn't care. He just sort of does his own things.
Yeah. Oh, we should probably continue the plot. Where'd you get up to?
So yeah, well, Jack, he comes back from Christmas Town, and then he's like, he's singing a song, and he's trying to explain Christmas to them, but they just don't get it. And he's getting really frustrated because these people don't get it. Which is fair enough. That's how I get with people sometimes. I try explaining things to people and they don't get it, and I'm just like, fuck. It's not that difficult. And then he's giving them more tasks, and he sends those 3 little kids to go kidnap Sandy Claus.
Yeah.
And they do the old classic fingers behind their back. Like that matters though. Like you could just say it and then just do it. Like,
No, it was a plot twist because they were like, their fingers behind their back. They lied to him.
yeah, but it's just I understand. I kind of understand why it's there for like an audience, like to be like, okay, so they are lying. But in just like sort of reality, like I've never seen anybody do that. Like I've never said anything and just held my fingers crossed behind my back because I'm lying.
Also, they're fucking kids, and it's a fucking movie.
I'm just making a point, Jay. Like I don't. And yeah, they have their own song singing about Oogie Boogie and what he's gonna do to this Sandy Claus.
Isn't it fucking weird that Oogie Boogie lives under a 3 children's house?
Yeah, it is interesting how these 3 little children live with a bug person. That's definitely not a sign of anything wrong.
We should probably move on for this part. Anyway.
So yeah, they're starting to get ready for Christmas, and then they're just getting ready for Christmas, and then the kids think they've got Santa Claus, but they've just got the Easter Bunny.
Oh, that poor rabbit.
That I know. I feel so bad for it because it's so like cute, and it's just like it's so confusing. It hops out, and then it jumps over to the guy, and it's like bunny. And then the bunny leaps. It flies back into the bag, like it nails it, and it just lands right in there. And then the kids are like, "Oh, I knew it was the wrong one," and they start fighting. And then Jack goes, "Yeah!" And then they're just like,
Spooky.
"Whoa, that's spooky."
And then you were fucking terrified of that because you're a 2-year-old.
I have no memories of when I was 2 years old. But I probably would have been if I'd seen it. Well, it's scary, man. Like, it's a scary thing to show kids. Like, if I showed that to, like, my niece, they'd be fucking terrified. And so, yeah, everything just sort of keeps happening. You know, they keep getting ready for Christmas. Sally sneaks out of her creator's house after poisoning him again. And the creator, he needs to make some fucking reindeer. And he only makes 3. Because that was all that was on the plan. So he only makes 3 reindeer.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because they only need 3. Because they're somehow able to fly with just 3 reindeer. Even though Santa canonically needs like fucking 10.
Oh my god, are you going on about this fucking hell?
What?
It doesn't matter. Like, whatever. It's magic skeleton reindeer people.
I'm not complaining. I'm just making a point that like it's just interesting the ways the things sort of work. And so yeah, we see them all. They're making presents, quite horrific presents, I must say. They make a duck, and they put holes in it, and they put bits of blood on it, because you know they don't get. You know, Christmas.
Bro, because they're spooky. They like to get spooky. Their plan, Jack wanted a lovely, nice, to do good, and then all the creepy people at Spooky Man Place wanted to scare the people.
Yeah. And I think, but Jack doesn't seem to have a problem with it though. Like he's
so used to skeleton spooky place that he doesn't know, man.
Yeah, no, and I think that's a good character flaw that he's, you know, and I think he's, you know, interesting. Like he wants to do good things. He wants to do something nice for these people. He wants to help Santa. Like he wants to kidnap him and send him on vacation so he can do his job for him. Even though
he's literally a fucking kid. Jack he just doesn't understand how stuff works.
Yeah. Because, you know, he's only sort of known one thing his entire life, which is, you know, Christmas. Well, not Christmas, fucking Halloween. He's only known Halloween, so he thinks what he's doing is right, but it's not. And then, yeah, Santa is kidnapped, and then, yeah, there's the Oogie Boogie song, which is really fucking, like, got some really nice visuals with, like, the glow-in-the-dark bats and shit. Like,
Oh yeah. Do you think they actually used like black
UV.
lights and shit for
Um,
that? They probably did, right?
I imagine you would have to, right? Because I feel like you can't try and make that. Like, you can't really fake that, can you?
No, so they probably did
They
actually
probably
paint them
had
all
to
up
like
in black light shit.
actually, yeah, put a black light on these animation on like the animation and everything to actually achieve that because it doesn't. It looks very real, like it looks like an actual black light. So you can't. I can't imagine they would have faked that. That must have
Yeah.
been a bit of a pain though because they have to like replicate it on multiple different bats. But yeah, I think like the Oogie Boogie song is very like in terms of visuals, I think it's probably the best song. In
It
terms of
really reminds me of Princess and the Frog.
the villain from that with his
Yeah,
song. Yeah, no, I
it's
think
very similar to that.
that is like his song that like the great one like with like the body like the
Friends
spirits.
on the Other Side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Friends on the Other Side. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to rewatch it to really give my opinion on it, but from my memory, yeah, it's definitely got a sort of similar vibe, which I dig. And yeah, he's just gonna kill Santa Claus. Basically, is what he's doing. Which again, very very dark for a kids film. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill him. That's it. Which I think, you know, is very Tim Burton-y to just have something so dark in a kids film or a film made for a younger audience. But yes, and then they Sally thinks that she thwarted Jack and his plan by just pouring a bunch of fog in like water, and then
Yeah, but then not
and then
actually
Zero's like, I got my nose,
Christmas trope.
the red nose, yeah, and Sally's like, oh heck, and then she's just like, well, I hope my premonition was wrong and that things will go all right. Because we skipped over that before. She's like pulling things off a flower, and it makes a tree before lighting on fire.
Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't go well for Jack. It goes quite poorly.
Okay, the part where he's flying over and delivering presents, I love the fact because the fact that they call the fucking police. And then the police get involved, and then the military gets involved, and then there's like news anchorage covers. That's so like out there and like
it's creative, and it really does prove that like they know Santa is actually real. Like Santa is a real person they know.
There's a universe where Santa's real, and
and they keep calling the police, and they're like, "Oh man, this guy's a fucking terrorist," basically. And they see him flying, and they're like, "Shoot him down!" And then they shoot him down, and he's like, "Oh, whoa, watch it! That was a bit too close, guys. That celebration." And then they shoot one of the reindeer. And it's like, "Oh, they're actually trying to shoot us." Shit, son, because you know he's unaware of this because he's never interacted with humans before.
yeah.
Like, whoa, that's. Yeah, and I think it really just sort of proves the naivete of his character that it's like that gunshots to him are like cause for celebration, yeah. And then they get a little too close and it's like, oh, that's a bad thing probably. And then he gets shut down and he falls and is like, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night, as he falls to his presumed death. Which doesn't happen. He instead just, there's also not that much damage to him. I kind of expected there would be pieces of him everywhere, but it's just like his jaw fell out. And then, he's singing, he's singing his song about poor Jack. And there's just really nice shots of like the burning like the broken and burning toys, and I'm like, that's deep, man. Like that's really just sad, you know. And he's like, I was trying to do something so nice for everyone, and they didn't appreciate it. And it turned out quite poorly. And I think he's and then he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I am and you know, it's at this point that he realizes that like I am the Pumpkin King. This is who I am. I can't sort of deny that, and he finds that like his true calling. He's like, you know, he's been doing the same thing all along. Like it's been his true calling is Halloween, but he's now just sort of realizing it when he's come inches from death, and it's like.
I actually at this point in the movie, I'd completely forgotten it was stop motion. Like it's just that good that you just forget.
Really, you were just so like sort of into it and so invested, yeah.
Because I'm only now thinking about the fact that they'd make all the flak guns and everything out of stop motion and the bullets firing up. Yeah, I completely forgot.
Yeah, I think maybe one of them probably like Zero is impressive to make because he's like, you know, he's a ghost. Like the ghost in general, like that's pretty. I don't even know. I feel like I
would have had to film him against the green screen and then comp him in.
Yeah, but I don't know how. I guess because CGI was slowly becoming more of a thing, but like that's still pretty fucking impressive though, especially in 1993. Like mid,
well, also, like you know, the ghosts in the opening credits are like hand animated.
Yeah, they don't look the same way because you can't really do stop motion with the ghosts, can you? It seems. So yeah, Jack, he's like, oh, I am the he's as I mentioned before, he's realized what he is.
For my moment, yeah, we get it.
And while this has been happening, actually, Sally has been trying to rescue Senna, and her method of doing so is removing her leg and just sliding it through a door. And Oogie's first instinct is to start tickling it, like that's bizarre. Like that's a bizarre thing. Like that's just so weird. And it takes him so long before he like pulls the leg out, and it's like, oh, this is just a leg by itself.
But also in context, what was he fucking gonna do? Rip that lady's like? If it was a full lady there, was he gonna rip her fucking leg off?
Yeah, because it goes through like it's like a weird door. That
he pulled. So if it was a person, it would have come off anyway.
I guess, well, because he wasn't pulling it too hard, but he was like pulling it to a point that like he probably would be pulling if someone was on there. He'd be pulling them into the thing, right? Like,
that's weird.
Oh no, it's so weird, and he just starts like tickle it, like because that's the first thing you do, right, Jay? When you see a leg,
fuck off.
If a leg was offered to you, the first thing you'd be like, a Gucci.
Tickle it, yeah.
And then he goes like, he starts roaring, and he pulls them towards him for some reason, and Jack's like, he's running because he's got to save them and everything, and Oogie's like, he's pulling this lever, and that's like going up, and then he rolls the dice, and they're like snake eyes, and he's like, what? Snake eyes? Bah! And then he's like, 11. And then they get rescued somehow. I know, Oogie's like, huh, they're not there. And then he pulls the thing back, and Jack's just like chilling, like, sup, bitch? And he's like, whoa, I thought you was dead. I guess you're double dead. And he hits the button, and then Jack... Also, he's just got like a strand loose from his like thing, which is, you know, ends up to be his downfall. And Jack evades these things. There's just guns. He's just like stepping on guns, and he's just like, and then he pulls like the strand out of Oogie's thing, and just like he just tosses it around the spinning thing, and then he's just a bunch of bugs.
Yeah, what a plot twist.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was a Shadow Man, because they said it was a Shadow Man, but no.
And then the bugs just start falling into lava, as you mentioned before. They start falling into lava, which is such a brutal way to kill the villain. Like,
yeah.
They're just burning to death. And then Santa just, like, steps on the last one. And then, yeah, Santa, he holds his nose, and then he just flies up through the pipe.
Yeah, and then that's it.
And then, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the film. He's back. He very quickly just fixes everything. He just pulls the things away and is like, here you go, kids. Here's a toy. And then it starts snowing in Halloween Town, and it's like, Happy Halloween, and they're like, Merry Christmas. And then there's snow everywhere, and they're all like, what's this? There's snow everywhere. What the fuck is this shit? And then Jack and Sally are together, and they stand on, like, that hill, and then they embrace.
Yeah, a fucking amazing, beautiful, picturesque hill.
It is, yeah. I mean, that is it's a really nice shot, especially with the snow. It looks...
Yeah, that's why it's fucking, like, the icon of the movie.
Yeah, like, that is what the poster is. Well, the poster is Jack on the hill, but, like, it's like, Jack, like,
No, the poster's Jack and her, and the 3 kids.
Well, it depends on... if I look at the Wikipedia page, it's Jack on the hill with the moon in the background. Like, it depends...
+1 is, Jack, the lady, the dog, and the 3 kids.
I don't know why, though. The kids aren't... I mean, they are... I guess the kids are kind of important to the film. They're the ones that kidnap... They kidnap Santa Claus.
Sandy. Yeah. Oh, dude, I love that so much. They misunderstand the Sandy Claus.
Sorry, what you like? Where they don't understand? They just say Sandy Claus.
That Jack mishears it as Sandy Claus.
Yeah, and then he just calls him. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the poster on Disney Plus is the Jack, Sally, Zero, and Lock, Shock, and Barrel, I think, are the names of the kids. This is a really, really great film. Do you have any sort of final things you want to say again?
We get to reveal our ratings.
Yeah.
I wonder what they could be.
Is there any sort of final things you want to say before you give a rating and we wrap up, or not really?
No, it's just a great movie, great animation. Would have taken years to make.
Stop motion takes forever. They've announced a Wallace and Gromit film that's coming out in 2024. It's just going to take them that long to animate it. So, this is one of my all-time favorite films. I'd probably say it's my favorite animated film, and it's in my personal top 20 of all time, honestly.
Yeah. I'd put it in my top 10.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, for me, it's a 10 out of 10. Perfect movie. One of my all-time favorites.
It might just squeeze out a spot in front of 8 Mile. I don't know.
Oh, for you.
Yeah. Barely, maybe.
Yeah. So what rating did you give it, sorry?
5 out of 5. Same as you.
Yeah.
I mean, whoa, what's your rating?
10 out of 10. 5 out of 5.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is an amazing film. It's just great. Go watch it. I think that's pretty much it, unless there's any sort of final things you want to say before we wrap it up.
No, don't think so.
So thank you all for listening to this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed. This is episode 96, I think it is. Getting close to episode 100.
Any sneak peek what you're going to do for 100?
I'm getting 2 former guests on the show who've done a few episodes each. And it will be something very different. It will not be something that has been done on this show before. We're trying out a new thing. It might go terribly wrong, but we're gonna try it out anyway. Cause
nice. Well, I cannot wait for the 100th and last episode of this show because it's gonna get immediately
cancelled. Check out the previous episodes I've done with Jay. We've done a few now.
Yeah, watch the 8 Mile one. What a good movie.
Yeah. We also did Spider-Verse. And...
Oh, shit. Crap, who likes that movie?
And we did Superbad as well, which was like the second episode I ever did. Yeah, listen to all the other episodes. Look forward to upcoming episodes. I've got a special guest planned for an episode in a couple weeks. Should be a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.